I'm 60 years old. I live in California and I intentionally choose to rent instead of own. And no, this is not a failure story, it's a freedom story. Well, it might have started with a little bit of failure. I did own a home back in the early 2000s, and I got caught up in, I don't know, I guess they call it one of those predatory lending things where I got a really bad loan and I wasn't prepared for the way it was going to unfold, and I wound up losing my home in about 2009 or 2010. And since then, I have been renting, and it's worked out really well because I don't have another income. It's my work that pays the bills, and I don't have a partner or a second person in the home that's helping to pay for things. So, quite honestly, in California, buying a home, and at my age, I'm 60, so it just doesn't really make any sense. I'm happy in San Diego renting because if something goes wrong in the apartment, I do have renter's insurance to protect myself in case there's a flood or a fire or something like that. But if something goes wrong, like the garbage disposal isn't working, I just put in an order with maintenance and they come and they fix it. I don't have to pay anything for that. Anything that goes wrong in the apartment, they come and they fix it at their cost, unless it was something that I caused to happen. So I have been living where I'm living now for 7.5 years. And prior to that, I lived in a townhome with my children for 7 years. Before that, it was houses, renting houses. When you could afford, a person could afford to rent a house. But now, you might as well just pay a mortgage if you're going to rent a house. Anyways, so I'm happy renting because if I were to get into a mortgage right now, I'm 60. What is it going to be, a 20-year mortgage till I'm 80? So I got to keep working till I'm 80 or 90 if it's a 30-year mortgage. I don't want to do it. It just makes more sense for me. I don't have to pay taxes on the property. I don't have to do the exterior maintenance like the gardener. I don't have to pay for trash or water. So it just makes more sense for me at this point, anyways, just because I'm alone, I'm one person. So that's why I do it. And I have other places that I can go and visit in Southern California that I go to. Now, this is going to get really interesting here, what we're looking at. That's just part of like a cliff that never eroded and it's still standing up there. See below, there's a slab. Well, I'm not looking directly at it, but that thing on the right bottom, it was a huge part of the retaining wall for this particular area of the cliffs because they are eroding, and that's normal, it's natural. The water the waves keep coming and coming and coming, and all of the cliffs will eventually erode further and further and further. And humans try to put these retaining walls and such up, but the ocean is just Mother Nature is way too powerful for that. So I think at some point I did focus down on the big slab. There it is on the right, bottom right. Come on, cha-cha. I know I had it down there. But this was a beautiful day. This was Thursday afternoon at about 3 o'clock. And the tide was pretty low. It's pretty beautiful. This is why I don't mind paying to rent here, because I want to stay. San Diego is my home. It's the place I'm always feeling like I want to come home to, no matter where I go. Okay, so here's where they closed off where this this chunk of, you see it down there below, it's right in the center there. That's what fell down. And it wasn't recently. This was, I don't even know how long ago it was. It was months ago, maybe a year ago. And, they don't know what to do with it. They're trying to keep the cliffs from falling into the ocean, which is eventual. It's going to happen eventually. But I think they're trying to slow it down because there's a little not a highway, but a road that goes around here. I don't know why I didn't take a picture of that. And then their house is across the street. Down here directly, you see that white building. That's actually on the cliff side. That's a motel. And it's on the cliff side of the road. So, yeah, all these places eventually, I don't know how long humans are going to try to fight Mother Nature and keep all this. But so I live in San Diego is my primary residence. I love it. And if I have to rent here, that's fine. I intentionally choose to do that. I could probably find a way to buy a condo or a townhome. But what's the point? At my age, what's the point? I really don't want to have to deal with the maintenance of it. And as I said earlier, I do have places that I can go and stay, like up in the mountains. I haven't really shown much of our mountain place, but I need to do that. I need to go up there. It's been cold, and I'm kind of a wimp, so I haven't done that yet. At least not on film here, but I know I need to do that. And what I'm looking at here is one of the most beautiful places I know, and why I stay here. 5 days is full moon, which means at high tide, full moon on Sunday, like 8 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be really high tide. I'm hoping to get out to one of the beach areas and film that, because that's going to be pretty exciting. It's going to be pretty high tide. This is relatively low tide. Often this water is coming all the way up to the cliffs. It's only just hitting the beach at this point. But I guess that sort of explains what I was talking about. I hope it was clear that I don't have any reservations about renting. I don't feel like I've lost out on the American dream or anything like that. I'm perfectly happy with somebody else taking care of my maintenance. So this is my last shot. I love you guys. Take care.